guys, welcome to Autumn Blessings from Crafter's Companion, my version. And today we are going to make a couple cards, and then I have two to show you as well. So yeah, I'm really liking this one. So for the first card, what we're going to do is I went to the photo album. I went to the paper pad and I selected one of these beautiful papers, and I selected this one here. Where is it? This one here. And what I've done is I've taken one of my Crafter's Companion dies. This is a nesting die. I've taken the second to the largest one and I placed it into center and I cut it out. Now, when you cut out the piece, save that little piece for a future project. So now I have this. So I'm going to put this to the side. And then what I've done also is I have taken the leaves here, not the skeleton ones, but these ones that have the shadow layer and the veins, or has the shape of the leaf and the veins, and I've cut out a few, and I've used some autumn coordinating color paper to this. And then what I've also done is I have taken some distress oxide and gathered twigs. And what I've done is I just taken a little bit and I just went around the edges of the leaves to kind of give it that, you know, that look when they're already changed, they already have changed the color, but they're starting to crisp a little bit. So that's what the purpose of this was. So it doesn't have to be any special way. And then I've also taken some of that and just went over the little, what do you call this? The little vein. So that's it. That's what I did for that one. Super easy, right? So now what I'm going to do is I have a 6x6 card and I'm going to open it. And this is going to be the front of my card. So what I'm going to do is I am taking this beautiful autumn tree, and I am going to take the stamps. So you have the stamps labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the order you put it in is that this little piece right here looks like a half of a square should always be your top. You will know that's the top left. Okay, so I am going to again take some distress oxide, this time in Vintage Photo, and I am going to ink up this and stamp it in the middle. So I'm just stamping. I have the tree on one of my rock blocks, and I'm just going to stamp this. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm gonna kind of use my frame as a guide because this is gonna go on the top, and I did cut it smaller than the 6x6 so that I could have the white border. So I'm just gonna kind of use this as a guide, and I'm just going to leave it there. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp my tree. I'm not stamping the decorative paper, so you don't have to worry about that. See that? And now it's perfect. And then I no longer need this piece. I mean, I'm going to use it, but at this point, I don't need it. I just was using that as a guide to keep my tree in the middle. So I thought I was recording, but I did my first layer of the tree, which was the number 3, and I did that in Candied Apple in the distress oxide. And now I'm just cleaning my stamp, and then I'm going to move on to sorry, that was number 2. I'm going to move on to stamp number 3, and I'm just going to take that off. And I'm just, remember, this is going to always be your top, so I'm just going to lay that down on my stamp. And this time I'm going to be using Carved Pumpkin in my distress oxide. So I'm just going to ink this up, and you can use these this tree for any occasion, not just autumn. So I'm going to go ahead and you just line it up just where you see the branches and just give it a good little rock. So pretty, look at that. And as I am going, I am cleaning my stamps, so you will see me wiping with my cute little gnome, my little gnome towel. So I'm just wiping, And then I'm going to take that off. And then for stamp number 4, which is the final layer, I am going to be inking this up with some VersaFine ink because I'm going to heat emboss this final layer. So let me put my inks away. And then now I have the final layer, and I'm going to ink this up with some VersaFine. I am just going to use a little bit of powder to kind of dust the area a little bit, just so there's no sticking. And then I have my VersaFine here. Now you're not really going to be able to see where you're stamping, so just line it up and just give it a good press. And then now what I'm going to do is I am going to take, I have some embossing powder and lime tinsel, and I'm just going to run this. I have a coffee filter. And let me just move that out the way, and as you can see, it looks really pretty. And let me just put this away, I don't want to spill it. And now I'm going to heat emboss the green onto this. You can see, look how pretty. And you don't have to do that, of course. Princess needs some sparkles, so yeah, so that's what I did. And then now what we're going to do is I'm just gonna dust off the excess and we'll finish. Now I am going to go ahead and glue this on top of my card base. Now you can put some foam adhesive on this to give it some dimension. I'm kind of gonna keep it just a little simple, just keep it a little flat, and I'm gonna place it towards the middle. And remember, I cut it smaller so that it has that white border around it, so it's just a little tough for me to see. I'm gonna try to line it up as best I can and try to stay in the camera. Okay, and there we go. So then now what I'm going to do is all of these pretty little, remember the little leaves that I made? I am just going to glue these around this in this area of the tree, and I'm going to put some glue on the bottom layers, and then on the final top layer I will put a piece of foam tape if I can find it. Okay, here we go. So I'm just gonna place one, and then we will move on to the next card. Actually, I want that one here. And then now I just cut out the little word that says thanks, and I am just going to glue that. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate on gluing. And I'm just going to glue this right beside my tree. Then I could have put it here, but I like it by the tree. So that one came from which kit? The one that says grateful and thanks, that has a little die. So that's that one. I think that's the one. Yeah. So then, and then of course you stamp the inside of your card with one of the sentiments. So let's move on to card number 2. So for card number 2, we will be making a slimline card. So I have my card base here, And I have this beautiful color. What I wanted to show you, I did not get Sarah's autumn paper, the one that had like all of the autumn colors. And there, I know it was like a luxury type paper, but the reason why I didn't get it was because I got this last year. This is called Spice Market, and it's from Michaels, and you get these beautiful autumn colors. So it has like a brown, an orange, a green, yellow, and a red. Super pretty, not too bright and not too dark. So I'm just going to glue this as my card base onto my slimline card. And then we are going to start decorating. So what I've used for this one, I have the two little tree thingies here. So what you're going to do when you use this one, you are going to cut out this one, and when you cut it out, I've taken some ink in the color you ink the actual die like a stencil. So you actually place this on your paper and start inking it, and I inked it with desert sand and memento. And then for this piece, the actual bottom of the trunk, I've put this on top of some brown cardstock as well and ink that with rich cocoa so that I get the little lines through it. Okay, so that's what I did. And then I put some foam tape on the bottom of both of them to give it some dimension. So now I'm just going to glue them to my card, and because they already have dimension, I'm not going to add any extra dimension. So I'm going to place that here, and then this one, just putting some glue, I'm going to place that one here at the top. So two tree trunks, and then now I've cut out some more of the leaves, and I've also cut out some of the toadstools. Now these leaves I've cut out, and I've taken some of my Distress Oxide. I've taken it in Vintage Photo, and I just went around and inked the edges. Okay, so I think I've already done this one. Yeah, so then I just have to glue my little leaf vein in. And then I've also taken some of the toadstools, and I've cut those out in some pretty foil paper. So I'm just going to put my little vein onto my leaf, and that's just again to give it that fall crispy leaf look. And then I'm just going to decorate. So I've taken the pumpkin. The pumpkin came from the stamp set here. Speaking of the stamp set, is it just me? Did I miss something? Weren't we supposed to get like another stamp set that had like the little hay and the corn and some other stuff? I didn't complain to HSN yet because I wanted to see if it was just me, or maybe Sarah mentioned we weren't going to get that and I just missed that part. So can you guys comment? Somebody let me know if I'm right or wrong before I call HSN. Okay, so anyways, I stamped that pumpkin and I cut it out, and I'm going to start decorating. So I have my little leaves here, and these ones are just going to be in my background, so I'm not going to put any foam on these two. And then this one's in the background. And then my little toadstools, these do have foam tape on them because I want these to kind of look like they're sticking up. So they come with a small, a medium, and a large toadstool, which is nice. And I'm just lifting that up. And I've cut it out in like the yellow color, the orange color, and a red color in foil. So I'm just placing these and trying to figure out where I want them all to go. So I guess I'll place that one there, and then this one, the medium size, I'm going to place this one here. And then this last little leaf, I put foam tape on this one for the foreground. And I'm just going to place this right here. So then this little pumpkin here, I'm going to take it. I put some foam tape on the back of it. Remember, I stamped it and fussy cut it. I'm going to place that one down here. And then I am going to incorporate, I have this little pack of gnomes here, stickers from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to go ahead and incorporate one of these cute little gnomes. And let me just get it. I think I'm going to use this little one here. Do I want to use this one that says fall? So they're stickers, they're 3D stickers, and I got these at the Dollar Tree. I've shown these in another video. So I'm just going to place him here because I'm extra and I have to have my gnome. And then I'm going to I cut out the grateful, the words that came in this kit, grateful and thanks. And I'm just going to take this one that says grateful. I'm going to shadow layer it and I'm going to put it up there on the tree trunk. So how you shadow layer, you just put your adhesive on the back of it. I'm just messy with it. It's best to, like, if you don't Xyron it, just to like dab it with your glue. And then you just kind of stick it on top of the other one. Come here. You stick it on top of the other one and you just kind of like not completely cover it. You see what I mean? So don't be messy like me. Fix it, make it look neat. But you see that? You leave a little layer. And I know it looks sloppy, but that's the glue. It'll dry, it dries clear. And then now I'm just going to place this on top of this little tree trunk. Cute. And then of course you can stamp your message on the inside. So that is that card. I was thinking about I think I can add this one, grateful, and then here, thanks. What do you guys think? No, I'm just gonna leave that one out. Should I? Yeah, no, we'll just leave that one out. They're doing too much. So that's that one. And I think I want to add some jewels. Where are they? Yes, let's add some jewels. So I'm gonna add one here, and one here, kind of fill in that space. Don't you love it? So cute. Now I have two more cards to show you. And for this one, this is the, where is it? This is the stencil here. It's just the stencil, and I foiled the stencil. How did you do that, princess? Well, I did not foil it with my foil press. I did not foil it with any kind of foiling machine. You don't need it. If you would like to see how to foil with no heat, I have a video. Just click on in the description box. Some of you may have already seen it. Some of my true fans that watch every video, you guys may have already seen it and tried it yourself. But yes, this is so pretty. And then I just cut up the pumpkins again, and yeah. So that's that one. So I'll leave that video. It'll say no heat foiling. Click on it. It's a short video and it's super fast. It's cheap to do it and it's pretty. And then I made this one. And this one I made with this is the embossing folder, and then you stencil on top. So for this one, I took the embossing folder, I embossed it, and then you take the stencil, you place the stencil wherever it needs to go. And then I took my inks and I inked, and then in certain areas I've taken my Aladdin glitter paints and I just went over certain areas with the stencil on it. So I did like a red here, orange, yellow, and a yellow here. So that's that card. And then this one right here comes from the stamp set right here, this one. So I colored it and then fussy cut it, and then I just put some jewels all around the little dots. They're little dots that emboss with the stencil, and I just put some jewels on those. And then around here, these little dots, I did the glitter paint as well, and then I put grateful. So those are my cards. I hope it gave you, they gave you some inspiration with yours. I'm so grateful to Sarah for making this kit. And where's the other one? Oh, right here. Super cute. So thank you so much for joining me, guys. I'll see you. Bye.